Yo, what's going on, guys? Akith here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are facing SSX1 Savage Squad. Everybody knows them, and they're a very skilled alliance. I got a couple of friends, 3-4 friends in there. There are so many good YouTubers as well in that alliance. Shout out to everyone. Unfortunately, they're not pushing, which means that there is a pretty high chance that we're going to win. Currently, we are winning, even though we have 15 fights left or something. But we are easily winning. However, yeah, it's not a true competition, as these guys aren't really pushing as hard. And if they were, I'm pretty sure we would get crushed. So yeah, this war is a pretty short one for me. There isn't too much action. I had 2 of my fights stolen. Yeah, let's say one of the fight was stolen because I did get another one instead. I really wanted to fight off against the rank 4 Immortal Abomination on Conflictor node, and I think Kingpin would have crushed it. He would have destroyed that abomination. I was practicing against my rank 3 using a 3-star Kingpin, and I pit him against a 3-star Archangel, you know, just to see how they do, because everyone knows Archangel melts abomination. And Kingpin outdamaged Archangel, if you believe it or not. I think I had about 4 overpowers at one point when I was just practicing against them. So I was like telling my officer that, hey, I really need that abomination. 4 overpowers means that my heavy attack is going to do easily 80,000, and that's like a third of his HP. It would have been hilarious just to like nuke down or a third of his HP with 1 heavy attack. But yeah, it got stolen. Someone else took it, or didn't take it, but it got reassigned, let's say. But still, we had a decent. I had a decent war. Quite a few good fights. Here I'm going up against Kitty Pryde. So here I make a mistake right at the start. I just went for an SP1. I should have done a full 5-hit combo. And after my 5-hit combo, I should have thrown that SP1. So that pushes her further even more, because the goal of any Kitty Pryde fight with Kingpin, or especially the ones that don't get out of control, the goal is to just push Kitty Pryde in the corner, and that's it. She is pretty much shut down. I did take a hit over there at the start, and I know it's my mistake. I just messed up my strategy right at the start, which had a bit of a domino effect, meaning that I made a couple of other mistakes, which, you know, fair enough. And then here she was a little bit passive, so she didn't really attack me. But yeah, on path 5 itself, Kingpin can easily handle Kitty Pryde. There isn't a huge issue. I think the only place where she would be a little bit annoying would be the what is that? No, so the Thing fight where she has Force of Will. So that's the only place I can imagine her being a bit annoying for Kingpin. But even then, he could just crush her pretty easily. So yeah, I think those were my fights for the evening. There was no linked or shared mini-boss. Their defense was all over, well, not really all over the place, but they weren't really placing with that much insight given into it. So here we had a Omega Sentinel rank 4, and my strategy going in was to use light medium combo, and I also had a in-warm boost. I'm pretty sure I did have. She's pretty easy. There's nothing really to worry about. Her final hit of special 1 inflicts debuffs on you, so that's more damage for you, for Kingpin especially. And yeah, I can see this being a very good placement. It's just that Kingpin has that power lock synergy, so he's just gonna shut her down, and her special attacks aren't, or her basic hits aren't that difficult to avoid, so I can like just dex her in the corner for a bit. Plus there is crumbling armor, which also means that we will be gaining a lot of, well, not a lot, but we will be gaining extra attack throughout the fight periodically. So that was a very easy fight. Nothing really to be surprised about. Then we got Sorcerer Supreme, and again, as usual, Kingpin just crushes this path. I watch a lot of Legacies videos as well, or War videos especially, and I see him take this path also, and I do think Kitty Pryde is a pretty good option for this path. I think she takes a couple more fights better than Kingpin can, but overall I do think that these two are probably the best options for this path. Yeah, like versatility wise, of course there might be a curveball or an oddball fight that neither of those champions could do, so in that situation you would obviously have to bring a counter. So yeah, then we had Magneto. Yeah, like I said, these guys weren't really pushing it, so I guess they just threw their defense anywhere. There isn't anything really to worry about in this fight. It's just the Magneto. He isn't really hard. There's nothing he could do that would actually hinder or that would actually hurt me. So yeah, after this fight we will be taking on a Sasquatch, and I've been thinking a lot recently, so there you go, the indestructible actually saved me quite a bit. I've been thinking recently that Sasquatch, Kingpin can easily outdamage his regen if he is not placed on a mini boss or a boss node. So if he's on one of these shared mini bosses, his HP isn't really that high, which means that he won't really be able to regen as much. And at that point, Kingpin can just like outdamage his regen, and you're gonna see that happen over here because this node or this path, this node has Mighty Charge. I think it's Mighty Charge. So he's easily gonna, so there you go. There's Mighty Charge. So he's easily gonna shrug off my my SP1 degens, which means that I won't be reducing his ability accuracy as much. Plus, I actually do need him to throw his, or I do need him to dash at me, just so I can intercept him. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm just going for SP2s. Let's see how that turns out. I may throw an SP1 somewhere, but I'm not that sure. So here, it's like as soon as he enters Wrath mode, he is so easy to intercept because he's so aggressive. And then yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, I think he did throw one. I did throw a SP1 at one point. But yeah, no big deal. His regen, as you can see, is not that much. And most of the time, Sasquatch, people don't really want to give him any sig zones because there are so many better Mystic champions in the game. So if he isn't really that high sig, he's not going to regen as much, and he's not going to even proc as many regens. So yeah, I was supposed to take a Strife on missing in action plus that I-bomb that I talked about, but instead we're going to Hazard Shift. This is going to be America Chavez. I think I made one mistake somewhere, but I think I did push her to SP2 because my overpower expired and then I dexed, so that gave her too much power. A little bit too much power, not really that much power. But I did have my SP1 degen, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not too worried. Let her. So here I made a mistake where I shouldn't have actually pushed her, where I shouldn't have hit into her. But I was pretty sure that even if she went to SP3, I was going to tank it very, very easily because I had that SP1 degen active. Yeah, I was thinking I might go for Inborn Roost, but Kingpin is just going to finish this fight so quick. It's a joke. But yeah, that was our war. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you next time.